Well, I think the Super Bowl for us it's the culmination of a season of activity, both for our fans, for us as a brand, and for our players and for our teams too, which is what makes it so exciting. We know that it kicks off at 11:30 at night, so for British fans, that's something that we kind of always have to contend with, and there's not much we can do about that. We have great partners from a media perspective. We have both Sky and the BBC, which means that everybody in the UK can watch it, which is great. And I think from an engagement standpoint, we really try to build up to the Super Bowl so that it's not just one night and then the end of our season. It is a season-long engagement, starting with kickoff in September, through our international series games here in London, and then through the playoffs and into Super Bowl. So for example, this year we worked on developing a game. We called it the Super Bowl Challenge, where fans could go online and actually predict each round of the playoffs and who was going to get knocked out and who was going to advance, so that you could choose who was going to win the Super Bowl. We have a sponsor globally with Budweiser, and Budweiser is actually launching Bud Light in the UK in the next couple of months. And so we've started to talk a lot with them about how that launch is going to go, and they've started to do some on-the-ground activations here in the UK. And so we're really excited about that because we're one of their sort of big global partners. In the US, the partnership is exclusively Bud Light, and here it's been Budweiser. So for example, this Wednesday night, we're having a Super Bowl celebration party, kind of a media influencer fun, sort of get people excited about watching the Super Bowl. And Bud's involved in that, and they'll have branding at that event. We've got some FIFA, sort of Xbox YouTube stars who've spent the last couple of weeks learning Madden. And one of their sort of online influencers and hosts is going to be playing one of our NFL players who's coming over for the Super Bowl party. The Spurs partnership allows us to just, from a facilities standpoint, simplify everything. From a brand standpoint, it's also a great way for us to have different, sort of, I think, probably more permanent activations and engagements for brands. Spurs those guys are out in the market now selling the suites and corporate boxes and sort of hospitality at a corporate level, and we're part of that conversation. We've been working with them hand in hand since the beginning. So that's a great opportunity for us to have our brand out there kind of more regularly in front of a lot of those brands, which is great.
Welcome to the Cream Egg Hunters HQ.